They promise your money's safe in the bank. But what if that's the biggest lie they've sold you? Behind the smiles and apps, banks control your wealth, designed to take it, not protect it. These 10 secrets will shatter that illusion forever. They never wanted you to know, but now you will.
Secret 1. Saving money in the bank makes you poorer. They told you saving was the responsible thing to do. Put your money in the bank, let it grow, play it safe. But no one told you the part that really matters. Your money can be safe in numbers and still dying in value. Here's the uncomfortable truth. The interest your bank pays you is usually lower than inflation. If inflation eats 6% of your purchasing power every year, and your savings pays 2%, you're paying a 4% invisible tax for feeling safe. Your balance stays the same, $10,000 today, $10,000 next year. But what it buys, groceries, rent, gas, that shrinks. The bank knows inflation erodes you. They know your rate doesn't keep up. But your deposits are their fuel to lend, invest, multiply their wealth. You get cents a month, they get the profits. If saving is so smart, why don't the wealthy pile cash in savings? They move to assets, investments, while you're told, just save. Saving the wrong way makes you poorer, silently. And yet, they convince millions to keep doing it. Because as long as you believe it's working, you'll never question who it's really working for. And once you see that, you're ready for what banks do with money that doesn't even exist. Secret 2. Banks create money out of nothing. This one sounds like a conspiracy theory, but it's the foundation of modern banking, and it's completely legal. When you deposit $1,000 in your bank, they don't just lock it in a vault for you. They use something called fractional reserve banking. The bank keeps only a small fraction, say 10%, in reserve. Then they lend out the other 90% to someone else, who deposits it somewhere. That bank lends out 90% of that, and the cycle multiplies. Your original $1,000? It creates up to $10,000 in new loans across the system. That credit isn't backed by actual cash. It's created from thin air, numbers on screens, backed by your deposit and collective trust. Banks literally multiply money that doesn't exist. They charge interest on loans they invented. You pay them to hold your money, and they use it to generate wealth from nothing. If that sounds like a magic trick, it is, one the world's richest families helped design centuries ago. Central banks set the rules, commercial banks play the game. Your savings fund their expansion, while inflation quietly chips away at what you have left. Think about the scale. Every mortgage, car loan, business credit line, born from this system. Global money supply explodes, but everyday people chase the same shrinking dollars. The awe-inspiring part? It works because we all believe it does. One crack in that trust, and the house of cards trembles. That's why they guard this secret so fiercely. If that sounds crazy, wait until you hear what they do with your debt. Secret 3. Credit cards are a trap, not a tool. They market it as freedom, a plastic card that lets you buy now, pay later. Rewards points, cash back, live your best life. But peel back the shiny ads, and it's a machine built to trap you. Credit cards aren't designed to help you win. They're engineered for you to fail, just enough to keep paying. The average interest rate? 20 to 25% or higher. Miss one payment and penalties stack. Your reward points? Worth pennies while fees multiply. You swipe for coffee, dinner, emergencies. Suddenly that balance compounds monthly. $5,000 debt at 24%? It grows to $7,000 in a year if you only pay minimums. The system knows most people can't escape the cycle. They send you pre-approved offers in the mail. Target your weaknesses, vacations, gadgets, essentials. Your credit score drops with high balances. Then loans cost more. Rent checks hurt more. It's a loop. Borrow more to survive the debt you already have. Imagine talking to a friend stuck in this. You thought it was a tool, but it's chains. Banks make billions from your frustration. Late fees alone total $14 billion yearly in the US, and this is just the first way they keep you in debt. because the game gets even more unfair higher up. Secret 4. The rich get better deals from banks. You walk into a bank with your paycheck. They offer standard rates, basic accounts, hidden fees. Now imagine you're a millionaire or a billionaire. Suddenly, doors open to private banking suites you didn't know existed. The system rewards those who need it least. High net worth clients get concierge service, custom loans at prime rates, zero-fee accounts, exclusive investment access. No credit checks, no paperwork grind, just handshakes and deals. Regular folks? Fixed mortgages at 7%. The wealthy? Negotiated terms at 4% or less, plus perks like waived fees forever. Private jets financed easier than your car. It's not merit, it's money talking to money. Think of the ultra-rich. Custom wealth management teams. They get insider advice on markets, tax shelters, opportunities before they hit public. You get robocalls about overdraft protection. The less help you need, the more the banks bend over backward. This isn't random. Banks know loyalty from the poor stays quiet. Wealthy clients bring volume, deposits, investments, networks, so they prioritize. Elite first, everyone else gets the crumbs. Outrageous? Yes, but it's by design. The rich get richer deals because the system protects its own. Meanwhile, the middle class pays premium for the privilege of basic service. It's not a bug, it's design, because the system rewards wealth, not loyalty. Secret 5. Debt is a tool for the wealthy. Debt terrifies most people. It's the villain in every financial story you're told. Pay it off fast, avoid it at all costs. But watch the rich. They embrace debt like a superpower. The poor borrow to survive: food, rent, emergencies. The middle class borrows to appear successful: cars, vacations, upgrades. The wealthy? They borrow to multiply. They take low-interest loans against their assets. Stocks, real estate, businesses become collateral. Buy more properties, expand companies, invest in markets. The cash flow from those assets pays the debt and leaves profit. A billionaire needs $100 million? No problem. Bank loans it at 3%, secured by $1 billion in holdings. Asset appreciates 10%? They pocket millions tax-free. Repeat. Their empire grows while you stress over credit card bills. It's not that debt is bad, it's how you wield it. Good debt builds wealth. Bad debt drains it. The rich know the difference because they've mastered the game. Even if you learn this trick tomorrow, banks make it harder for you to play at their level. You're still facing barriers built for the elite. But now you see, debt isn't the enemy. Ignorance of how to use it is. Secret 6. Banks help the rich avoid taxes. Ever wonder why billionaires rarely sell their stocks? They don't cash out and pay massive capital gains taxes. Instead, they borrow against those assets, tax-free. Picture this. You own $100 million in shares. Selling triggers 20 to 40% taxes, depending on the country. But pledge those shares as collateral? Bank hands you $50 million loan at low rates. No taxes hit. Your wealth keeps growing untaxed. Interest payments? Deductible. Asset appreciates? More collateral. Repeat the cycle. Empire expands without Uncle Sam taking a cut. That's buy, borrow, die strategy. Rich families perfected it over generations. Banks love it. Steady interest income, loyal elite clients. You? Sell a house for profit? Pay taxes up front. This is why you'll never see a billionaire liquidate. They leverage, not liquidate. Banks enable the loophole. You work, save, pay taxes on every paycheck. They live off borrowed wealth, tax deferred forever. Frustrating? Absolutely. But now you know the play. Even if you spot it, the next barrier awaits. Secret 7. Your mortgage makes the bank rich. You finally sign the papers. Keys in hand, your dream home. $300,000 purchase, 30-year mortgage at 6% interest. Monthly payment, $1,800. It feels manageable. Exciting even. The start of real wealth building. But let's walk through what that signature really means. Slowly, clearly. Over 30 years, you'll pay a total of $648,000, more than double the home's original price. $348,000 of that? Pure interest to the bank. In the first 10 years alone, you make 120 payments, $216,000 total. How much goes to principal? Just $48,000. The bank pockets the rest, $168,000 profit. Month 1, $1,500 interest, $300 principal. Month 120, still $1,200 interest, $600 principal. You're halfway through payments, but own less than 20% of the house. Bank gets the fattest checks up front. Your equity creeps in later. They call it amortization. You call it a slow bleed. Extra payments? Prepayment penalties in fine print. Rates spike? Refinance into higher costs. Want to sell early? Closing fees, commissions, another bank win. Everyone buys the story. Rent is throwing money away. Own to build wealth. But for most, the mortgage becomes the bank's longest, steadiest annuity. You work overtime, skip vacations, delay retirement, all to fund their executive bonuses. You thought homeownership was your path to freedom, a nest egg for the future, security for your family. Look closer. Your sacrifices built their empires first. That $300,000 house delivered $650,000 plus in revenue. Your debt made them rich. Your home gave them decades of income. You called it normal. They called it business. And the system doesn't stop with your house. Secret 8. The system is designed to keep you in debt. From the moment you turn 18, the system starts training you. Student loans, credit card offers, pre-approved lines of credit. You're told this is how adult life works. Borrow for school, borrow for a car, borrow for everything. Debt isn't presented as a danger. It's sold as a normal rite of passage. Look at the structure. Savings accounts pay you almost nothing. Loan products charge you as much as possible. Low interest to keep your money sitting still, high interest to keep their money flowing. That gap between what they pay and what they charge, that's their profit engine. You're encouraged to finance your education, your phone, your furniture, your lifestyle. Miss one payment, and the penalties kick in. Your credit score drops, your future borrowing gets more expensive, and your options shrink. Suddenly, you're not choosing freely. You're negotiating with your own past mistakes. They design it so escaping feels impossible. Refinancing stretches the debt longer. Buy now, pay later apps add another layer of quiet obligations. Even when you're making progress, interest claws it back. But here's the turning point. Once you see the pattern, you stop blaming yourself. You realize it's not just bad choices, it's a system that profits when you stay confused and behind. It starts when you're 18 and doesn't stop unless you fight back, by learning the rules, cutting toxic debt, and refusing to play blind. And while you're trapped in that cycle, something even more dangerous is happening behind the scenes. Secret 9. Banks gamble with your deposits. You deposit your paycheck, thinking it's safe in a vault somewhere, waiting patiently for you, protected. But your money doesn't sit idle. Banks invest it, aggressively. Your savings fund mortgages, corporate loans, stock market bets, even risky derivatives. They chase high returns to boost their profits. When markets boom, they win big. When they crash, your deposits backstop the losses through bailouts or quiet erosion. Remember 2008? Banks loaded with subprime mortgages and toxic securities. Your deposits fueled those gambles. The crisis hit, trillions vanished. Governments bailed them out with your tax dollars. Not a glitch, the system as designed. Today, it's stocks, crypto bets, emerging markets. Regulations loosened post-2008 let them leverage up again, 20, 30 times your deposits. One bad trade and panic spreads. FDIC insurance? Caps at $250,000, funded by, you guessed it. They profit from the upside. You bear the downside risk. Your safe money powers their casino. Wins pad bonuses. Losses? Socialized. That fear you feel? It's real. Betrayal confirmed. But the final secret explains why they keep you in the dark. Secret 10. Financial ignorance is profitable for banks. Banks spend billions on flashy ads, credit card rewards, mortgage dreams, auto loan ease, smooth voices promising freedom through more borrowing. But financial education? Crickets. No campaigns, no classes, no warnings. Why? Because ignorance is their golden goose. If you understood compound interest working against you, you'd pay off debt faster, skip the traps, demand better terms. An educated customer costs them billions in lost fees. They lobby against school curriculums teaching real money skills, push buy now, pay later to hook the young. Your confusion funds their private jets and bonuses. Late fees alone? $14 billion yearly in the US. Pure profit from mistakes they never prevent. Now you see it. They don't teach you because knowledge threatens control. No one handed you this roadmap in school or at home. But armed with these 10 secrets, you're no longer prey. You're the one who sees through the game. Ignorance was profitable. Awareness changes everything. If this truth hit hard, stick around. You've just cracked the bank's code. Now learn how the ultra-wealthy flip it against them. Next video reveals their hidden strategies to build empires while you sleep. Hit play. Your breakthrough starts now.